Let the show begin. How's everybody doing today? Can everybody hear me? Or at least somebody hear me? I don't care if everybody can hear me. Some people probably don't want to hear me, so they turn off their volume. They're just here for the chat.
Hey, folks.
Today I'm gonna pick up where we left off. Well, actually, sort of like where we left off. I'm actually don't have any fuel in this tanker. That really stinks. I was hoping I had some. I must have put it all in my storage up here. Oh well, I need to make more fuel at some point. Let me check the main farm here. See if I have any sugar cane. What farm are we? South. I have fuel, but I don't have anything else up here right now. That's good. Well, at least all the fuel's up here. How's around to it today? He's back in the chat, and Chris and Pukes is there. Lamillo waving at us. Ferme de Fumier and Casper. Welcome aboard. All right, so basically, what I'm going to do today is show you I just started this save game. This is on day 2. I only fast forwarded. This is not the same one I was playing Friday night. This is actually the game that I'm playing, so you're not going to see me use that teleport like I did the
VIPER278
other day.
connected. VIPER278 moved in from PV15 Facebook by the server.
Hey, Viper.
Welcome, Viper.
How's it going?
Welcome to the stream.
Yeah, I'm late to the party.
Yeah, we had to wake you up, shake him out of bed. It's early for you, I know. So we were pretty much going through how to get started on a map on Friday night on the map and the different ways you can make money right off the bat to get started. And today I'm going to show you a new one that is completely, I think, well, there's very few maps that you'll be able to do this on to make money. Let me put it that way. This one, and probably the Kavkaza map, and any other one that uses the same script set. But it's my favorite new way to get money. It's buying low and selling high and trying to figure out what short trips you can make to make some good cash fast. And we'll see what we can make in like the next hour anyway, and then we'll go from there. So, I've got $227,000, and one thing I noticed really fast here is that if I go to the factories and look at the CM Meat Company, he's selling bacon. He's got 112,000 bacon down there for 773 per thousand. So once you have like 100 grand, you can start doing the buy low, sell high thing. Ooh, look at this. What do we got? Oh, I don't have any cranberries, but the port dock recovers the good price of cranberries. It's up to $738. So that's sort of like a let you know when there's a great demand type thing. It's not your great demand, but higher price for cranberries down at the port, which we don't have any cranberries because it's a brand new save game. Welcome, KW, for stopping in. Viper, he sneaks in all the time. Well, anyway, we're going to pick up the bacon because I already pre-checked this price and it's really close by as I lag a second while it's doing an autosave. I hope it's there we go. And run into a building. Is that how it happens, Viper? All the accidents?
Yep.
The lag spikes? I gotta get on the other box. Here, everybody close your eyes for a minute. Oh my gosh, close them again. Oh boy, I think I need to recalibrate my steering wheel. I blame it on my steering wheel. All the time. It has a delayed reaction. Alright. Come on. Where's the trigger? Don't we get a trigger? I thought we could buy from these places. There we go. I'm buying all your bacon, please, or maybe at least some of it. So you watch my money. Where do we start? 220 something thousand? I think 27. I hope 27 because I really wasn't paying attention. I hope somebody out there was paying attention, or I'll have to rewind the show. But bacon is selling for pretty low because it's selling for 773, and if I look at it, I'm gonna head right up to the pizza place and sell it directly for 9.94. So we're gonna make about 200 per thousand off of the bacon, and we have 50,000. WRT 2547. Thanks for the $20 donation. Thank you so much. Hey, while we're up there, we can take a swing by the museum, and I didn't do any updates since last week, but we will get them all updated before the final release. Actually, which reminds me, next Friday will be the last chance you get to get in this current museum if you wanted to do a donation, because we have to put a cutoff on the updates at some point or the map never comes out. So have no fear, if you didn't donate or can't donate or you want to donate in the future, you will be in the next map project, because the museum for now on is going to go wherever we go, wherever map we go to next. So I think we started out with 227. Now this is a small, oh, that's the pickup spot. My steering wheel needs to be literally just plugged in again. And we sell it off here. And it's only a little bit of profit on this, but some products, if you really do your homework and look around, you can make a ton of money depending on the price and time of day. JWB509, how you doing today? And we've got some new names out there too. Slurpeeve8, nice. I like it, Lamillo. When I tell everybody to close their eyes, I should actually keep mine open. Two Cat, Two Cat 5954 is in the house. Let me recalibrate the steering wheel. Can you guys actually hear when I do that? All the little beeps and the spinning around?
I'm not hearing it.
Oh, good. Well, now I got much more control. Oh, yeah, look at it. It's responsive now. Woohoo! So far, one load just up the road, 227 to 238. 11,000 for one trip. Not bad. So you could drive around all day if you find the right sales. Around to it, 444 with another $25 donation. Thank you so much. Another regular donator every time he's around. To it. All right. Back over for one more load. Get the rest of that bacon while we still have some. Now the interesting thing is you can literally drain these places dry and have to wait for them to refill. So you really do have to look around for prices. Started the hour with 227. Let's see how much money we can make driving around and picking up some of these goods for sale. We actually can make one more trip down for bacon. What's cool is you can actually watch it. I could be picking up pallets too. I could actually fit more on the pallets now. I didn't even think of that. And we could do some mixed loads too. I'll get the pallet truck for the next one.
I gotta stay away from the bacon loads because they'd never make it to their destination.
Did you see? That reminds me. I saw a picture on the internet, and it's my nephew was telling me about it, so I looked it up. It's a refrigerator packed with bacon, and a very large jar of applesauce. And the comment on it is, who would ever use that much applesauce? Not the whole every other shelf and every other little cranny stuck with bacon. No, it's a large jar of applesauce.
Just makes sense.
Yeah, I'm telling you. So yeah, last night couldn't sleep so I got up and I started reading husband and wife jokes on the internet. And my favorite one was every time my wife falls asleep in public, I grab her arm and shake her and say, "Don't die on me." And then when she wakes up, everybody's staring at her and clapping.
Oh, gee.
That's a good one.
I love that. That had me cracking up. Oh, what was some of the other ones? I went shopping, 10 o'clock, went shopping, get home, tell my wife, I did the shopping today and I only spent half as much as you do. And a little bit later on, and the wife says, congratulations. And me, 6 p.m., there is absolutely nothing to eat in this house. Oh, some funny stuff. All right, so here's the museum, which still needs a little bit of updating, especially from Friday nights. Of course, I go all the way to the top floor first. And there is still a lot. I'm going to see if I can get a few more exhibits in the museum. Will be 6. Thanks for the follow. Going to see if we can get a few more exhibits in the museum before the release this week. Just to liven it up a little. But we're going to save a lot of room in here as well because we want to have expansion for the future maps. Can't fill it all up in one map or I'd have to buy another museum. So the $5 to $24.99 room, we have tons of donators that have donated. I'm not going to read all their names, but they know who they are, and you'll be able to check them out when you get to the museum. We'll scroll through them pretty quickly here. And KW, I know you're supposed to be on a different floor. I wanted to get Viper. Can you get a list together of everybody, and or maybe I'll just give you my spreadsheet link, and you can make a column, and we'll add it together or something, so we can get everybody that's contributed through Viper's stream as well as Big Daddy's in here as well in the past. And those are not, this is literally
Yeah.
just people through my stream right now. So in the before we release this map, we'll get everybody updated. And there are so many more that have donated through the website as well that I did not get all in here yet as well. And we want to thank them all. So we'll get you guys in here one way or another. 25 to 99.99. And lots of people in that range as well. So, yes, over the last year, I think, between Pleasant Valley version 2.2 and PV Rivers, these are all the people that have donated kindly with lots of their money to help us out. And they've made a huge difference not only in my maps, but in the things I've been able to do in my life as well. And they're WRT with another donation tonight. We will check his donation list. If he's in the gold room, he'll move downstairs a little bit. And that's how it works. You won't be all over the place, but you'll be in a room or own a room pretty much. Round 2, it's got to be getting close to the platinum stage. With his donation of $25 today. And Memelar, another $20 on Friday night, which was awesome. This map is PV Rivers, and it will be released on June 18th. For the first time, everybody will get a chance to play on June 18th. We have lots, if this is your first time visiting us, we have lots planned for that week. Starting with June 14th, we will be doing a tutorial Tuesday. I believe that's at 6 p.m. to midnight. And we will go through the whole map tutorial and give you guys a fresh look at everything because there's so much during the development time that gets forgotten. And show you how to get started. And here is the Thernadad, which I guess he appeared on your stream, I heard the other day, after our show. So he's back in town somewhere. But the Thernadad floor of the museum. And that is for his contributions to the past map, in total of $510, I think. So anybody that's donated more than $500, we give a good portion of the museum in their memory as a platinum level sponsor. So Thernadad, this is his
Sound like they're
space.
dead.
Huh?
You sound like
in
they're
their
dead.
memory, in honor of them. How's that? So we will have more of these
That's better.
types of, in honor of, in their memory. Yeah, that was not a good choice of words.
We need that notification in the cemetery there, Dave.
Yeah,
The in their memory one.
in their memory. This total keeps going up and will be changed before the release as well. I just figured I'd let it roll and months rather than changing it every week. So anyway, because it's now up over $1,100 thanks to PJev03, which is known as Pukes, and in his native language, it's Pukes and tons. We got to fill up this space this week too. Get some cool stuff on the Pukes floor of the museum. And our third platinum donor, the Bad Touch, we're going to have an updated link to his folder. I don't know if he's out there. Bad Touch out there today in my list. I tried to respond to his email, but I couldn't get. But yes, he sent me a link. It's going to be updated here so that when he does release his new version, it will be at the same place in the same location in his Dropbox. So we'll have a new link on the board because he is working on a new version of his field status, but it will not be ready until after the map release. But he wants everybody to be able to, that's using the map, to be able to get it, and has donated $600 to us as well. And thanks, Lamillo, for the $20 donation. So that's where we stand right now, and there's a lot of empty museum, but we're going to get some more of those donators recognized, as well as Lamillo today with a $20 donation. And that museum was bought with you guys' donations too. I wanted a place where we can permanently, and I got to put a sign on that museum, the P. Jevs Museum of History. The Bad Touch isn't here yet. Yeah, so that'll be cool when he gets that ready. The link will be in there. So when I tell you guys in a stream that the latest version of Field Status, go to the museum to get the link. It'll be there. That'll be kind of fun. So we covered that Tuesday is Tutorial Tuesday on that week, June 14th, and on the 16th we have the mod release Thursday. So all the mods that you will need for the map and additional ones that we are providing to make your time more enjoyable will be released and reviewed. We'll go over them on Thursday night prior to the release. And on Saturday noon, we'll be releasing the map starting the broadcast at noon, going to midnight. Where am I going? I'm not going to the board and I want to get the rest of my bacon. I got autosave turned on, so we'll get little skips every now and then. Don't want to lose my hard-earned work. So map will be given away early on in the broadcast, and we're going to hang around and give away tons of prizes, over $1,200 in prizes as we play along with you guys, and we'll be here as you get it to try to help you through any issues you might run into, which who knows what that could be. Let's see if we need anything else. Do we need pepperonis? They're buying for $1,044. And sausage for 908. So pepperoni is oh yeah, 812 to 1045 4, and sausage 706. So we can really literally buy up the rest of his pepperoni here, and sausage, lots of pepperoni. That's probably a better deal than the one I already moved. So we'll sell off some pepperoni. As long as you have money to buy it, you can buy it and then turn around and sell it right up the street. Until, if they're taking it, you got to look too, because as I said before, numbers that are in red on the factory list here mean that they're almost full. They don't always accept as much as they're selling. So if I go to the Don's Pizza, you can see that I have room for about 170,000 pepperoni, and I think we only can buy 150, so we'll be good with all of it. And it's a pretty close trip. Well, the server, it's on Dropbox, so once we have the link, it's in land of Dropbox. You won't have any problem downloading. We're going to have all our files in a Dropbox folder. And that is another reason why we are splitting it up, though, a little bit. Doing the mods on Thursday so we can alleviate some of the download troubles. And because I am a fun, generous person, we're going to see if we can get a few people a little bit earlier that day out of the way. The ones I have their email addresses. We might give out the link just a little bit before the broadcast to get you guys started. So, that would be a big help. Like, I think I'll let Viper have the link ahead of time. Oh, that's right, he already has it. And S7 Davis for all his work on the map in the PDF file. Which, hopefully next week, or this Friday, I'll be in touch with him. Is he in the house, or is he sleeping still too? S7. It's a long list. I can't even tell who's here anymore.
No, I'm not seeing him in your list.
Yeah, he's probably trying to recuperate from working all the new changes I did this week into the PDF file. But we'll get that out very soon as well, so you guys will be able to kind of get a glimpse of what's coming before it gets there. The mods, I do not have a clue yet. Actually, I really don't have a clue on either of those yet, and the size of the files, Andreas. It's mods are still being brought in, so I couldn't even get close to guessing that because I haven't even figured it out myself. Map-wise, I can only tell you what it's down to at this moment, and it's still going to shrink a little bit as I finish polishing it off. It's down to 718 megabytes for the map. I'm hoping to get it under the 700 mark into sixes because it'll look better. But it's hard to say. So it's down to 718, and this Friday's broadcast, when we come back on Friday, it should be done. All the shrinking of the map should be done, so we'll have a better idea for you in another week as we optimize a little bit more. Lars Monson, thank you for hosting. Lars is hosting. And Viper might even be hosting and I probably missed it. Or he's just not doing it.
I'm streaming your stream.
You're streaming my stream, so that's hosting, right?
More or less. But I'm live.
Oh, you're live?
Yes.
So you're live streaming my stream.
Correct.
How does that work?
I put your page up on the wall on my screen, and I link to your screen on the XSplit and
Cool.
broadcast that.
What is the mods at the moment? I'm not even sure. I could take a quick pop out and give you an idea of what's on our server, but it'll probably be, I don't know. We've got a lot of stuff in there that might come out and might come in depending on what's going on. What do we have total on the server? Let me check that real quick for you. It's pretty big. I can tell you that. Pause my farming for a minute. Let's see. Properties of folder number. This one here. In total, this has 1.57 gigs minus the map. So do the math, and you'll find out how many more files we have in there.
No, that's with the map.
That is with the map, exactly.
Okay,
So
so it's about a gig of mods.
it's about a little bit less than a gig of mods, but they will. Clincy, $25 donation. That could be so different by the time it comes out because there's stuff on our server that won't be released, and there's stuff on the server that uh, might disappear completely, as well as stuff that might still come in. I don't know what Big Daddy's got working for what's on the server out of all the stuff he's still working on. Thank you so much, Clincy, for another $25 donation. And Lars Monson coming in with $25 as well today. I'm thinking that I might just move my broadcasts to Sundays because it seems like there's more people here. Now, Sunday's a good day. We're going to do both Fridays, Sundays, and I was toying with Tuesdays, but we'll work on that.
Currently in your folder, you got 113 files, including the map.
They're not all going to be there. There are some that are personal favorites that are even on the server, and some that actually aren't going to be released as well, like the pressure washer, just because it doesn't work properly all the time on the server. The one that you can fill with water. Can I show the mod switcher? I certainly can. In just a minute. What happened there? Why is my thing not sell? Oh, don't tell me I filled up. That would be a big mistake. Yeah, I filled them up with pepperoni here. So that's what happens. I did the math wrong. I thought they took 300,000. So let's see, who else is buying pepperoni? That is the question, because I really don't want to store this in my warehouse unless I have to. So we're going to take a look around and see who else is buying pepperoni. Pepperoni can go to, let's see. Somebody's got to be buying pepperoni out there. Pepperoni. Campbell's Chunky Soup needs pepperoni. That's where we're going.
While you got that HUD open, I got something for you there.
Okay.
When you're done looking at what you got, go to your options there.
Options.
Yeah, on your little HUD.
Yep, it's on. You'll see it in about 30 seconds.
Okay. Yeah, I'm watching your stream. Mumble Live. Stream delayed.
The Mumble Live stream delayed stream. So you're delaying the stream of my delayed stream. Awesome.
Yeah.
Oh, crap. I forgot. I'm on a save game that doesn't have bridges built. Got to go around.
Okay, when you're on the server, everybody has their own options to choose from. So when you do, we were done doing our gold coin search yesterday, and somebody was hearing beeps and nobody else was.
Yeah.
So you do got to switch them. Everybody has their own switches.
Yeah. These are
so
your
make sure
own.
they know that.
Yes. These settings on a server or multiplayer game are based on whatever that person's doing. So if I have gold coin search turned off, I won't hear the beeps. But if somebody else does and they're looking for gold coins when you get close, they'll hear the beeps. as well as the crumple the culture on the field. I should have reworded that to lanes or something. I don't know, but yeah, big fill types. These are all independent for each player, their own personal settings, if they will happen or not. And the mod folder switcher program that WRT, I think it was asking about, we'll give you another quick look at that, is available by exclamation point MFS and a plus. I think that's how it is, or is it PLUS? I can't even remember.
I think you have PLUS on yours.
MFS plus PLUS, and you can download that. But also, I will give a quick overview of what that does again one more time, because it will be very handy if you're like me and these days with the way maps are specialized to different people. Each map has there are so many specializations, especially if you go over the fill type limit. They need their own multi-fruit modules and everything. It's best to keep each of your maps in a separate folder with its own mods. And I know there's a lot of people out there that probably do it manually and just make a new folder and then redirect the or copy everything every time into their. I know some people, even Big Daddy still does that, I think. Takes all their mods out of the one folder and copies it into their default folder every time they play whatever map they're playing. Well, the mod folder switcher makes it much easier. So first I got to find out which my side has the chunky pepperoni cheese soup. That's not it. Here we go. All right. So we've got the wicked chicken, and it goes in the hearty pizza. There we go. Another $12,000. All right. Let's see. Mod folder switcher. We'll give you guys another quick look and a little bit of explanation.
LaMelo's got an observation there, Dave.
LaMillo has an observation. Notice a problem with the new mod switcher backup program. Mine will back up the first time but creates a 0 kilobyte zip file and stops there. That's strange. It could happen if the folder is password Manuel 37 Farmer. Thank you for the $15 donation, Manuel. That's a name I have not seen up there yet either. Welcome to the stream, and thank you for the $35 or the donation, $15 donation. Check and make sure your folder has read-write capabilities. That could be what's doing it. I am not sure what it would be, but I had it working fine the other day myself, so we'll check that out. It should keep creating additional files in the same folder. Let's jump over there real quick. I'll see if I can minimize my screen. I hate when I do that because I do show the desktop and now I can't see any of the chat or anything either. But we'll get it all back up here. So, to give you guys an idea, let me turn my desktop on. Have no fear. We're back. So, people were asking, when you install Mod Folder Switcher Plus, you can just download it, put it in a folder somewhere on your desktop. My desktop's a little bit messed up. See, I love this too. This is the Fences program by Stardock. You can close these and hide everything and make it look real pretty for $15. But once you have it installed, you get this little box that pops up and it has all these weird buttons that are basically programmable. So here's what you do to run this. When you get my map or any map, you create a new folder. Simple like that. I have a new folder. Unfortunately, whenever I create a new folder, it goes auto. See, yeah, that's another cool thing. That my desktop auto sorts. It goes in the new box. So I have a new folder. We're gonna name it uh, something to do with the map that we're gonna put all the files into. I'm adding the word new after it, PV Rivers new, just because I have so many PV Rivers files on my desktop already that it would have probably, I got a backup one. So you create it and you name it. Now you're going to download all of the files, which will be in your, yeah, you'll get them out of Dropbox. And you just copy all the files into that folder that you get, and you're good to go. Once you have my mod folder switcher, I could show you copying the files, but let's see, where is my, let's see if I can open up, there we go. So here's all the files. Let's say we downloaded them. I'm going to just copy them right off our server and put them in here, and you guys will be able to download them pretty quick as well, very soon. 113 items into that folder. While that is doing that part, you run the mod folder switcher and you'll see several of these buttons that say select folder in the default folder. Basically, you're going to click on a select folder button, and eventually, if it's not trying to copy a million files at the same time, it would go a lot quicker, and trying to stream and all that fun stuff as well. We are going to browse to my desktop, which is this PC, I think. Maybe I should wait for the rest of the 113 files to copy over. I really didn't need to do that, but I figured why not do a full demonstration for you guys. Desktop, and you'll find the folder like the PV Rivers new that I just created, and click that, and then just click OK. And you're going to pop up with this, and it's going to pop up to ask you for a name for the folder. So you create a name for the folder button, then you can make the button whatever color you want. We'll make it wheat colored and click OK, and there you go, you have a new button for PV Rivers new. Now if I want to switch to that, I just click on that button, any of the buttons for any mod folder that I created, and it then just load the game, start the game up. So if I wanted to go to my server files, I can click there and then load the game, or I just click on that and it loads all the files right out of this folder. The other options this has is the ability to open that folder and see all the files I just copied, which is very handy feature with the first button. If I want to see my server folder, I click on that and click open, and you'll see I'm in the Dropbox right where the server files are. So it really gives you a quick way, and actually, to be honest with you, if I were to highlight a few mods and click copy, because I like those mods and I want to put them into my new folder, I could open it right up and then click paste and paste them right in there. So it's an easy way to move files around as well between your different mod folders. And we always tell you your log file is very handy to see if you have any issues going on in the background with your map. There are a few warnings, as you saw in my log file, but it's because I have several, well, basically 3 or 4 files that aren't zipped up yet because I'm playing. Basically, I play out of the work directory as I'm making the map. So I have some unzipped files because they're being worked on. But other than that, the mod is free from errors. If you guys get an error and you're running this program and you need help, best thing I could say is to click the log file button, highlight everything in there, which you can also do by just hitting Control A, and then copy it and paste it in a spoiler thing over on the forums, or send it to us in a zip file or whatever. Save this as a new file somewhere, and then just send us the file. We will help you out on the forums. There's people there to help you guys. But quick, easy. You don't have to look for your log file. It's there. And let's see. Can't find your chickens on a PV15 map. Can someone help you with that? It's a placeable UPK barn chicken. It should be built into the map. With that. Oh, PV15. Is that the version 2.2 or the first map? Because the version 1. It really would help to know exactly which version you're using. But anyhow, back to the mod folder switcher real quick so we're not on this all day. There is a program here that you can click. You select your folder to back up by clicking, and you would browse to your documents folder. So where would that be? This PC, documents, my games, farming simulator, and select the save game that you want to back up and click OK, and then select the backup location, and we're going to save it to my desktop in my backups folder. Click OK. Set how often you want it to back the file up, and I'll put it on 15 minutes. And the number of copies to keep in there we'll put up to 10. If you have all that and you click Start Backup, you cannot close this window while you're running the backup software. And as long as that window is running, you're good to go. You got to keep this open. You can minimize it, but you want to keep that open, and it will save the game every 15 minutes to a folder like this with a zipped copy of the backup of your save game folder. If you want, that's why I run the auto backup software, because it's only backing up your folder. It's not backing up the game itself. So inside your mods, you want to go to Giant's website. Under their mods, they have an auto backup. Put that in there. It'll back up your file every 5 minutes, and this will make multiple copies of it for you, just in case you have a disaster. And the last but not least, the last button on this is a view button, and I can go to this current save game I have, and I can see how much money I have in my account, 270,000 since the last save. Expenses, the loan, all the just basic information on your file, how many hours I spent threshing and all that, pulled right from your save game files. And I could check the weather forecast, and it says it's going to be cloudy in 3 days, hail in 5 days on day 7, starting at 8:40 and ending at 13:51. A long hailstorm, 5 hours and 47 minutes. So that's pretty much the save game viewer, and everything all rolled into the mod folder switcher plus. And look into that problem you had. We'll let this run and see if it pops up on mine as well while we're playing. Let me get the screen back up here so I can see what I'm doing. Where did that go? The big button right there. And I should be back, I believe. So there were some more questions out there. Let me run down. Let me see if I can get them here. Oh gosh, it's been so long. Believe it or not, 2.2. You bought the chickens, not the. If you bought oh gosh, I can't even remember how those barns worked anymore. It's been so long.
I think it's been taken care of, Dave. He's talking about the default chickens for the default eggs.
Oh yeah. Okay. As long as you got it taken care of. I haven't played that map in so long I don't remember how to play it. I literally, the day that we released it, we finished up. I'm pretty sure after like 2 weeks after that map was released was the last time I played it. And that's usually what the case is, because it's on to other things, you know. I if I stick around playing this map too long, you'll never see the next one. Let's find another sale though that we can actually deliver. Because I want a lot of money. Let's see. Let's get off the options menu and see what we have. We could have probably sold some of that soup. That's good prices. Let's see what we have over at textile for textile. Well, birdseed is selling. They're selling it for $25.27. Let me see what Home Depot's paying for it.
Now, what do you think your income would be like if you were to buy something from one of the factories and take it to the farmers market?
Um, you would still make a The farmers market is a great place to get going. The problem is there's not much other than the meats, which we can bring up there. Yeah, we should go over and buy the meat and bring some up to the farmers market because you definitely get a great profit. It's the hourly, but they take steak and chicken up there, so we'll buy some of that and run it up. You still
I
get.
figured it might be a decent comparison.
Oh yeah, you'll probably get. Here's a good point. I believe that you'll get almost twice as much for those meat prices if you bring the ones that they take up to the farmers market. It's literally farmers market has been designed to give you hourly money, sort of like you guys are giving me. Biz WV, thank you for the $20 donation. Another name popping up there, Biz WV, $20. Awesome. You guys are incredible. And you guys, you new donators will be in the museum next on Friday. We'll have you in there. In one more week, and then we got to cut it off and put you in the next map. That's all. Manuel 37 Farmer is now following. The farmers market is designed to pay more than anything. So if you guys have a product, and it's ridiculous too. I mean, not ridiculous, and it's going to give you a little bit of the money back at a time, so you have to wait for it, with it doing it hourly. But if you let's compare, for instance, wheat. You can sell wheat off maybe for $500-$600. It will give you $1,000 up there for wheat in comparison for the same wherever, and the best price you're going to find for wheat anywhere would probably be at Port Dock 1. Wheat is selling for $574. So you'd get 1,000, almost double, by selling it through the farmers market if they have room. Same thing goes for all the products up there. If you're buying $1,000 worth of meat, like we're going to go down and pick up the steak. Now we're not going to see the return right away, but if we pick up at the factory, let's see, do we have steak down there? I think we do. Steak, holy crap, that's expensive. Maybe we'll skip the steak, but we'll buy their chicken fillets for $9.17, just because I know we'll get about $2,000 an hour off of those as well, or $2,000 for whatever we buy. Almost double the price of what we'd get anywhere else. I'm going to buy the chicken fillets because I don't want to spend all my money and have to wait for it. So we'll get some chicken fillets and we'll run those up there. And what else is sold up there? Ham, I think? Or pork chops? Well, we got lots of pork chops in stock. We can grab some of those. So that's the only downfall, is you have to wait for this money to come back a little while. It'll sit up there for a while.
Lamillo's got a concrete production question for you, Dave.
Lamillo, on the new Rivers map, is concrete production faster than on PV15 version 2.2? That is a good question. I would have to say everything is kind of faster. We're still tweaking. That's what we're doing these last couple weeks. Everything's going to be going faster when you guys get the map for sure. It's not we're doing things differently. We're trying to find the bottlenecks of where holdups are. Did you get to play Viper the other day since the update?
What was that?
Did you get? He fell asleep on me. Got to wake him up every now and then, folks.
Yeah, I'm doing some paperwork for work.
I said, did
Trying
you
to
get to
catch up.
play the map last night or since the update the other day?
Oh, no. No, I haven't
You
yet.
haven't yet.
I was
Okay.
going to do that tonight.
Well, tonight you can let me know if you're getting much. You should be getting much better output
Uh, the resin. Yeah.
on the resin and glue. Yeah. So to answer his question fully, this map is designed not to be holding you up, which is also going to make it very hard if you're a completionist to have everything running because it's just not going to happen unless you're crazy. Which some people will make it happen to get everything running. But this map is more designed to make you work it out, and yeah, your cement should well you'll be waiting on it, I'm sure. But we've definitely increased the production on all that type of stuff so that you're not gonna have to wait as long if you're putting in the work. And yeah, still tweaking numbers. Let's test this. We never tested this. It's a first. We're gonna drop off the grill master here some product if I can hit the trigger. Let's see, he's taking chicken fillets, steak, sausage, and pork chops. Well, I didn't see a trigger pop up, did you guys? So I might have messed that up already. See, we haven't even got to test everything yet. We're releasing this. It's scaring me. I gotta fix the trigger. Now I gotta buy 2 more box trucks and leave. No, I'll just empty these. What do we have? Chicken. We got put that on the forum. On the Trello board. Check that out. We can't have those things at the last minute. I'm going to run these to... Yeah, I'll stick it in the warehouse. What the heck? I really don't need a ton of money right now. Make sure that we can drop off meat at the warehouse. But that place will be working. It just hasn't been tested since we put it in last week. Let's see, the cement factory you were asking about. I wanted to check something. I can't even remember. What do we have for production lines at Lafarge? Is there 2 or 1 down there?
I believe there's just one. I don't think you get the production increase on that one, but that would be an idea.
I was just there it is, cement factory, which is gonna have to say concrete. Sand, water, gravel produces cement. What would we do to make we can make it make concrete and cement. No, we won't do that.
Well, you could do the add fuel,
Add
increase
fuel
production.
to increase production on a second line. We might be able to still do that and get away with it at release.
Yeah,
Yeah, we could definitely do that.
give something to do extra with the fuel as well.
Yep. So that is a possibility. That's what I was just thinking. If we'll probably make a second production line. So if you do bring some of your extra fuel over to the cement factory, you can actually have 2 lines of production going at the same time, which will also help you increase the capacity or the output of that factory. We could actually do coal as a 3rd one on that too. Do you realize that?
Triple production.
Triple that production, all out to output cement. And that is a critical one, so and it's not going to affect anything if I throw that in this week. So I think I'm going to do it. Good question, and see, your question led to a change that will make sure you have so much cement you won't know what the heck to do with it. Anybody else have a question they want to have changed? You might make a change. No. But that's what's made it interesting being able to broadcast weekly is the questions and the way that the viewers have helped us make decisions and make changes based on their decisions, or their comments. Some of them are different than others, like the concrete, but hey, it's a valid point. Concrete is does not have one of those three products in it, I believe. Cement. Or cement doesn't.
I remember Dan saying at one point there was a slow up on drywall. Was that because of the resin output, or is
It's
that
waiting
just
for
the
the resin
drywall?
output on the drywall all the
Okay.
time. I'm pretty sure. Uh,
Yeah, it's because we didn't have enough resin in there. It just wasn't producing enough drywall.
right. There is no changes to the BGA other than we have the 900,000 capacity to each bunker. It's pretty much straightforward, and it will stay that way this map, but I'm going to make changes in BGA functionality on the next map that we do because I've seen a lot of cool BGA things out there. It's too late to do it in this one at this point without making us restart our whole save game, being as the BGA was put in first. But next map will give us something to do. Did I get rid of where factories are waiting on drywall and paper at the same time? They will always need. That's an interesting question because the factories do not take paper anymore, and they do not take glue anymore. So yes, we did. We got rid of that, and what we did was any factory that took paper or glue in the production process now takes steel in its place. Oh, there you go. We get that's a good idea. I like it. Put the Lafarge mixer to P. Jev's floor in the museum once we change the name and type. A little mini mixer up there. That would be kind of awesome. I like that idea. Thank you there, Fet's Dog and CNG Kratios. I don't know if I butchered that one or not, but welcome to the stream. Hello, how you doing? I do believe I'm gonna try to see if I can buy and sell some whiskey because I like to do that a lot. So let's see if Lydia's is buying whiskey. Oh wait, we don't sell whiskey to Lydia's anymore, do we? No, I changed them. I can't even remember what I'm selling where. Who buys whiskey these days?
ABC Liquors.
Oh, I think we sell it down at Piggly Wiggly. No, Boston Lager, Mountain Dew, ground beef. Nope. Uh, Port Doc 4? Nope. 5 beverages? We don't sell it there either. I think we sell it at the Speedway for the drunken drivers. Oh yeah, we've got room. 4,936 there. All right, let me go to the factory and find what's the name? What's the name of that place again? There's so many in this list. Uh,
Popcorn Suttons.
Popcorn Suttons. There we go. Selling it for 3,400. Yeah, we get a good profit on that. He's got 86,000. We're gonna go get the whiskey. Will there be any interactions with the rivers other than filling tankers? Yes. That's a good question as well. And we'll throw you down to that in just a minute. You can purchase the ferry on the rivers to do a lot of transporting. Especially when you're building the factories, it's a good idea to try to save. And that's actually what I'm trying to save up right now. Before I start building factories, I want to get the 300 and some odd $1,000 for a ferry. So we'll see if we can get to that in the next hour or so and get the ferry on the river. Because the ferry can move 500,000 at a time and can deliver to all the places that are along the river that need to be built. Why is your stream keep stopping and starting all the time? I have no idea. It happens sometimes to some. It's buffering. You'll have to ask Twitch why that's happening. I'm not sure. I don't know if it's everybody today or if
It's doing good on my end.
it's just on his end. Yeah. A Lafarge concrete plant stores different stones, sand, and cements for the types of concrete that each plant is capable of producing. We create unique mixes to deliver customized performance suitable for each construction need. Though extensive research, Lafarge utilizes innovative mixing designs to produce performance concretes. Thank you, Koboomba. Now, did you copy that from their website or do you work there? Now, you guys are going to laugh at this, but we have someone on staff here that used to work for Lafarge and never mentioned anything about it, that not being concrete. But I'll give him credit that he didn't work in that division. He did mining. But DD711, when I put that factory in there, I had no idea that's where he worked. Isn't that kind of funny? He goes, oh great, now I gotta come home and play what I do at work. Have we got any uses for the blocks at the block factory? Block? Yes, you do. Currently, you need the block to build any orchards. So when you purchase the orchard in the store, you get a outline of what needs to be built. Well, this is going to cost me some money, but I'm going to get it all back when I get to 86,000 a trailer. Woohoo! We'll bring that down to the speedway and hopefully make it back. Yes, all the orchards require block to build, as well as the cut wood pallets that are out there. Also, there will be block sold at Home Depot and the port. Also, there's a sell point for block as well. And there is very possibly in the future going to be some extra building projects as placeables for you guys to do that will require the block and the cut wood. We shall see. That was the intended original. But then we went away from more placeables once the script set hit. And we didn't want to overtake. We got to see how performance issues are when everybody gets the map, because more placeable means more stuff. And unlike Rat, thank you for the follow. More placeables and more stuff in the map means more hit on possible performance. So we're steering a little bit away right now, and we'll see what the first... You can see I'm playing single player, but our server's been playing fine. I'm hoping everybody that wants to play can play. And we'll see what it's capable of. Get some user feedback if we need to tweak anything, if there's a lot of people that can't run it, or if there's a ton of people that say, oh yeah, it runs great, then we'll know which way to go. If I can get out of here, we're going to deliver this. It's the only problem with doing the whiskey deliveries. They pay great, but you got to run through all the mud on the roads, and it slows you down a little bit. Find your way back out of here.
If you don't mind, Dave, could you get a nice side shot of that box truck with that pick on it? It's one of the really, really nice ones.
Oh yeah, the Popcorn Sutton's box trucks are really awesome.
They look great.
Found the logos on the internet, believe it or not, and just applied them to a box truck. Yeah, that's definitely probably my favorite box truck as well. Although I've got some, I think all the designs are different and interesting, but yeah, Popcorn Sutton's is definitely cool looking. Yeah, fortunately, you need a ton of people to be partnered, and just streaming Farming Simulator isn't going to get you a lot of viewers to where you're going to get a partnership right away. That's for sure. What do they require? I think an average of 100 3 times a week in order to get a partnership. It's crazy.
Yeah, I'm not sure what the exact numbers are, but yeah, it's got to be a steady viewership, that's for sure.
Yep. That's Twitch for you, as Chetty says. He knows very well. No snakeskin game today? Snakeskin? We don't do snakeskins here. Oh,
Vipers game.
Vipers does. Can you play the games over there? Yeah, you should be able to do it on his stream. Over here, it's
Yep.
exclamation point farm to farm. An average of 50 in YouTube subs. I've got 1,000 YouTube subscribers as well, so I don't know what they want out of that. I guess I got to go this way to get. We can go through the my favorite. Until the bridges are built, you guys are gonna be going around saying, "Where the heck do I go?" But it was designed that way purposely. The Definitely a convenience getting those bridges built. Otherwise, some of the water areas there's only a couple ways around, and one of them is through the dairy and using the back bridge at the dairy. You ever think to build a saddle trailer box truck thing? You don't like the AR stuff. In SPB, guess what? Big Daddy's working on one. If you watched the week before, well, not this past Friday, but the Friday before, Big Daddy ran a show, and you can find that on his YouTube channel from our website. And he introduced it, saddle fifth wheel truck. Uh, that's his department. I don't really do any mod design. I did the skins, yes, of the box trailer. I'll give you that much. But originally we started with the box trailer because of the wheel count problem, which I think has been solved. But it wasn't solved till after we already had uh, almost every skin on this box truck. So for me to go back and create a whole new one wasn't going to happen at this point. I'd rather put most of my time in designing the maps, and if somebody else is around to do it, like Big Daddy, who's been working on a new one, then that's the way to go for me. I like to get into the mods as well, but every mod I do takes away from the map time I can do on a map. That's basically the way I look at it. But he introduced a new Greyhound with yeah, you have the choice of auto loading product or loading it yourself with a forklift as well. So what do we start? I think 220 something. That's up to 290 for the whiskey. Not bad.
Yeah, a really nice Great Dane with a dry van Great Dane with ramps that he had built in to the back of it from another mod, giving you the ability to load it with a forklift or a front end loader sort of thing. Lots of options there, lots of customization.
Yeah. There's no profit in textile right now. 74.86 is what they're buying it for, and that's what the other place is selling it for. So we're not going to buy any of that. Let's see. What else is down here? Silk Soy Milk Factory. TMC 148. Thank you for the $20 donation. TMC 148. Awesome. Thank you so much. It will be put to good use, I'm sure. I'm going to be my next purchase will be a solid state drive for this thing because I'm running out of disk space. Every time I do a map, I keep everything. That's the sad part. I mean, I have every single graphic clip and everything right from the very first map I did, as well as all the files that we used to create it. And yeah, my hard drives fill up fast. I've got 4 of them in here right now, but none of them are solid state. So we're going to get a solid state hard drive with my donations that I received today. And as soon as I get enough, yeah. So thank you so much. It'll help make things go faster too in the future. All right, so Silk Soy Milk, found it. They're selling it for $28.84. Remember that price, 28. That's the thing I'm terrible at. I usually have to write these down. 28.84 to 41.20. That sounds pretty good. I like that profit.
That's a good one.
And how much do they have? Only 4. Oh, they don't have enough to sell. That was a good one. Well, I'll take the 14,000 they have. I'm not greedy. We'll take the 14,000 you have and I'll sell it because it's going to sell for a pretty good price. And the reason why I checked that one is because they're both right down here. Silk Soy Milk and is like almost across the street from the port. You get to see some of the new skins we have on the truck as I do this too. I don't know if I've done all the products. Alright, we've got the soy milk. I don't have... I'm trying to think of what other factories we have that are purchased. Or that we don't own, so you can make money off them. Save up your points or try to win more because on June 18th at the release party for the map, we will be giving away on a multi-stream. But Viper has over $600 in giveaways for his stream, as well as I'll have over 600 on my stream. And I think Big Daddy will come in with a little bit of prizes as well, possibly. I haven't seen him in a while, so I'm not 100% sure on Big Daddy, but that's $1,200, and we're going to be streaming 12 hours during that day for the giveaways and the release party, and giving away over $1,200 in prizes. It's going to be awesome. But you will need to earn some points on both of our streams. And we'll have a multi-stream link as well up that day, so you can pull them both up in the same little thingy. You can check your milk is not a... Didn't it say Doc 4? Oh, please tell me. Or is it Doc 3? Or do I have my docs wrong? No, 4 was soups. Wasn't 3. It's 5. We need to go to Doc 5. Sorry, wrong place. Dock 5 could be tricky to get in and out of if your Viper was 7 trailers. I made it that way purposely. So we're going up. I got 60,000 back, $308,000. How much do we need for a barge? Oh, barge. Oh boy, I know I raised the price, so because it's gonna be
300. I've got 359,000.
yeah, 359 and I have 308. I'm close. I need to sell off a couple more things. So let's see, what do we have available? It's just a matter of matching up. Factories. I'm gonna scroll through see what we have. There's a bunch of textile, but it's not making money.
G-Man's got a question there.
G-Man, where is it? Did it stop scrolling? I don't see it.
Oh, if you want, I can answer it.
Yeah, go for it.
He's asking, will there be starting equipment at each farm or just at the main farm? The main farm will have starting equipment, and then you'll be able to go around the map and find additional pieces that are actually better than the stuff at the main farm, or will allow you to do more things at starting out the map.
Correct.
So yeah, lots of stuff there to find. Good
There's
idea to run around the map when you get it.
There are 15 pieces of equipment. We covered that on Friday's broadcast, which I did just post to YouTube, but you also can get it in the past broadcasts when we're done here. Check it out. We started off the last broadcast on Friday night with those pieces of equipment, so you can see what you can find right there. Um, Other than that, there was a reason. We only started you with the main farm because we wanted this map to be more of a co-op single player type thing. Everybody starts in one place. We wanted a different feel, and this map was designed to get everybody working together. If I put equipment on all four farms and we have a server, multiplayer server, what would end up happening again is our whole group would have all broke up and started working the individual farms, which is exactly what we didn't want to. And actually the farms, I'm glad, kind of came in a little bit late, and it's kind of a different multiplayer style, everybody working together. I mean, not that there was anything I still love the PV15 version 2 multiplayer style of everybody having their own farm, but this definitely makes it interesting and a whole different ball game when everybody's working together to achieve the same things and having to decide on the equipment that they want to get together. And so it's a different gameplay style, I think, more suited for single player as well. Does Courseplay grain transport work on this map? I have not tested it, however it's supposed to. There is, in this script set that we're running, there are Courseplay, as I read through the scripts, there are things in there to detect Courseplay on these triggers. So if you have Courseplay installed, you should not have any problem with the map. There may be some areas where you'd have to skip it, you know, like a paper trigger that I haven't moved yet. I keep forgetting about that one. But overall, it should work pretty well. Oh yeah, space between the farm and the mount if you want to get that around to it. The Bad Touch FSUK, yeah, we mentioned him already. And he's back. Is he watching? He's there. All right, Bad Touch, I just wanted to point out, I saw your message. I got the link. I will use it. I tried to reply last night, and for some reason the forum wouldn't send the message. So if either you've got my reply about 12 times in your box and it was sending it, or you got absolutely nothing, which is what I think happened. But yes, we'll get the new link up there to the Dropbox, and that is exactly how Dropbox works. When you have the new version of Field Status and you replace the one, everybody will be able to get the new version in the same link. So that's a good idea. I'm glad to see you. So birdseed, 2527. There's a lot of it. I can make 2 trips to somewhere. Let's see if we can find a place that's buying it for a better price. 2527, Home Depot is buying it for 3610, and they'll buy 50, 60,000. Let's see about freight yard will buy some as well. They'll buy 100,000 out of the freight yard. So birdseed, gonna buy all the birdseed up, and that should hopefully get me my barge. That would be awesome. Give it the course play tough test. Yeah.
Right now, as far as I've seen, S7 Davis has been doing some course play testing on it.
Yeah, good, good. I hope it's working out. Boy, it's funny when hello there, Driz. Almost scrolled it right off the screen when those results come up from that thing. It's like bam, fills up my whole screen. Did he say you could stretch this window now though? Oh yeah, look at that. I didn't even know that. That was in one of the later updates that they did though. You can enlarge the Ankbot window. That's where I watch the chat for two reasons. Number
You
one, I
didn't know
never.
you had. You never know you had your viewer list there.
Oh, I have the viewer list right there, but it's huge.
Oh,
It
yeah,
scrolls off the
yeah. You got to
bottom,
scroll through. Yeah.
and if it's alphabetical, so Bad Touch starts with a T, and I only see up to I unless I tab out, and I try not to. Whoops, I went right by Birdseed. I try not to tab out as I'm playing, because it messes me all up. I can't drive as it is. Drive, talk, and tab out? Come on.
I thought you had two monitors.
I do. I'm looking at it, but in order to scroll the scroll bar over there, I would
Oh,
have to tab out
no, you hit your window key.
or window key out, but it still moves you out of this game to the other one.
No, don't. You
I
got your game on one screen and your Angbot and your
Yeah, right.
preview on the other screen.
But you
No,
still
don't.
are
Don't get rid of.
operating that program instead of this one. That's what I just don't. I know it can be done pretty easily.
I don't know. I don't have trouble.
What happens is if I do it too often, I lose the calibration on my steering wheel, so I try not to do it
That's
too
right. You
often.
use the steering wheel.
Ah, yes. Obviously, I don't get in as many accidents. Look at that. Now, there is a crowd there today. Another big crowd for today. And I'm glad that people are coming up with questions because it can get really. Uh, if I don't know what I'm talking about, I mean, if I don't have something to talk about, it might get too quiet around here. Where was I selling this again? Freight yard. Does anybody know which one's the freight yard? Trying to think. Shipping office is down there. Freight yard would be over by the dairy then. Or by, yeah, over by the dairy somewhere, right? Freight yard. It's back this way, it says.
It's very close to the birdseed and the
Oh
meat
my
company.
gosh. Oh, it's right across the bridge. Wow. How convenient. I can make money fast. Don't ask me. I don't know where these places are. I just built the place. It is. It's literally the closest place to the birdseed. Good place to be able to sell to. Watch the price drop though before I sell it in 2 minutes. No, I don't know if that happens here or not.
Dan connected.
Hunter Farmer's in the house. Almost.
Dan entered channel.
Welcome, Mr. Dan Hunter Farmer 101. How are you today?
I'm fine. How you guys doing?
We're doing good. We're broadcasting live for the second time on a Sunday. It's good Sunday crowd. It must, I think we're gonna keep this time slot, but 4 o'clock seems to work. I don't know if I did it. I gotta try to get this front trailer to offload. Why isn't the front one working? Oh, let's go around again. Yeah, we get a good turnout on Sunday. I'm pleased with that. We'll have to throw a few extra days in there eventually. Come on, get me up to 350 something. Well, we got 2 loads we can sell from birdseed. There it is. We just got enough for a barge, but let's get the extra money so I'm not completely broke. So that load, what was that one trip with these two box trucks across the street made over $50,000. That's what I'm talking about. I didn't even have to grow anything. I just hauled it across. So yeah, that's one thing I wanted to get across to you guys. There's so many different ways to make money when you start. You don't even have to play a farming game. You never have to buy a field. You could literally, if only places would sell grains, then you would never have to. You literally wouldn't have to farm. Well, but what point would that be? The farming's fun. And once I get this barge, I'm going to start building factories. Although they all need cement to start off with, and you can't get the barge up to cement factory. The concrete, excuse me. That's going to be tough for me to stop saying cement. You know that? After 2 years? So the concrete factory, maybe I'll move it when I'm changing it over so it's on the waterway. Wouldn't that be handy? What can I swap it with? Because it would have to be swapped with something about the same size. A sell point. I could do it with this right here. That would be kind of cool. Oh no, this one has a railroad track. That wouldn't be kind of cool. I'd have to move the railroad. I was just thinking if we could get the concrete plant on the waterway, then we could deliver the cement to that with the ferry as well, and that would be super handy for everybody. Is there any way I can increase my volume? It's maxed out. You can try increasing yours. I can try to talk louder. I'm not sure. I mean, I have my game volume off so that won't interfere.
Your OBS volume, what's that at?
It's maxed right up all the way.
Okay, then what you gotta do is you gotta max out your microphone on your Windows thing. That is? Because I hear you very low on the stream. That's why I hear you in mumble. And they come to my stream because they can't hear you on your stream, actually.
Let me check it out, but it was maxed out.
You might have to add 10 or 20 decibel boost onto it.
Oh, wait a minute. Mumble is not maxed out. I am.
Yeah, I hear you loud on here.
Yeah.
Mumble's only at 50%. Farming Sim is turned off, and OBS is maxed out, as well as everything else. So that's why I don't quite get it. Speakers are all the way up to 100.
No, your speaker is up. Is your speaker?
My microphone.
Yeah.
Let me see if I can find that. Maybe. Oh wait, that's my volume mixer. Let me see if I can get my microphone here.
Yeah, it should be. See what you're setting at. I think you might be low.
Hello, microphone. Which one is working here? This one here. Levels. Oh, look at this.
You said your sound is better now. It was quiet.
Hold on a minute.
Turn to it. Says it sounds louder.
Wait a minute. I haven't even hit the apply button yet.
It says set mic boost to 3 on the OBS audio settings.
Hey, wait for it. Wait for it. Can anybody hear me now? It may be too loud, but I did find it.
They can turn their volume down. It's the other way around that you can't do.
Yeah.
If you're low, they can't turn it up any louder than what it is.
Right. That should make a huge difference right there. Let me know if that made any better difference, because I just cranked it. It was real when I finally found it here.
I'll find out in a second when I go onto your window.
Wow, you're really loud.
You're like,
Turn down your computers. Now that my thing is adjusted, you can all turn me down now. Way too much. Let's see. You guys said you wanted it loud.
Bad Touch says, "Is that David or God?"
it needs to get a sound mixer and put a bit of an echo on it.
Really?
Okay.
A little thunder.
I'll leave it
Yeah.
there. And you guys can adjust your volumes accordingly. I turned it down a little bit. It should be better than before. That's funny. Well, there you go. I figured out how to do it. Hey, I can make maps. I can't adjust computer settings. Come on. You guys want everything, don't you? It features me.
The rest of us probably sounded like we were screaming.
Yeah,
at 'em, like,
because
having to turn it up.
I had the, yeah, I finally figured it out. All right. Good. We'll keep it there. Featuring me and not my guests. Yay. It only took us all year, so what do you want? At least we finally got there. As we, yeah. They're all deaf now. All right, let's go buy a barge. Not that I have anything to fill it with, but we're going to try. So now I believe everybody should be able to hear me just fine. I don't know how that got turned down. You know what? There's so many microphones. I mean, I got so much crap on this computer. When I go to the microphone settings, there's like 8 of them in there, and I don't even know which one it's using. I had to keep talking to see the little green lines to see which one was actually active, because 4 of them say they're ready. MP7 Reaper, thank you for the host. So what we just did, we just got, I sold off a bunch of stuff, made a couple $100,000 and some extra chicken fillets over at the warehouse. And we're going to buy and test the ferry purchase. Oh, I'm going to have to move a couple things. Well, you don't necessarily have to, but it's always wise if you're going to buy a ferry to get the platform ready for it, because ferries have a mind of their own. They just appear where they want to appear, and that's why we have a special designed platform here. For those of you who are new to this little doohickey map here that we're creating, welcome aboard. The release of this map will be June 18th live here at noon. We're going to be starting the broadcast. It's a Saturday, so hopefully you have some time off that weekend. We'll be going all the way to midnight, and one of the features we have is a ferry. So I'm going to move this out of the way and purchase the ferry, and we will show you how you get your ferry. It's under the miscellaneous section in the mods. And voila. You can see behind me on the special platform we built that we can actually drive vehicles on, we have a ferry that we purchased. And that's why the platform was built kind of special, because it allows you to back things up into the water if it's not stuck. Now, since I moved this, I tried to move it forward. It almost does look like it. We got to get this moving. Come on, I might have to move it again. But here's the deal. If it doesn't work... Oh, I can't reset it without... Yeah, see, I tried to move it a little bit, and now the ferry's stuck on the side. So that's one of the things I wanted to test it. Because it's up too far, the reset point. It's moving, but it might take a little wiggling to get it out of here. Come on. Move. Move, ferry. Well, there is way number 2. If it is stuck, but it's still kind of close. Let's see if I can ram it. Just got to break it loose. I will fix that. I'll move it back a little bit further. See, I tried to move the spawn point away from the water a little bit for the other vehicles. Autosave. Oh, that was a good hit. Actually, that was pretty good. So if you get a ferry and it's a little stuck, just give it a little nudge, get it out in the water a little. That should work. There we go. Now it's moving. So it didn't take much at all. Let's see. A lot of chat scrolling. Why do we play this game? Because we enjoy it and it's relaxing and it's a more of a social game and it's non-competitive. So that's why. And for, let's see, any way to increase the intelligence of the hired workers? Nope. They're pretty much as dumb as the rest of us. Do we grow cotton when we want to? Yes, there's cotton that can be grown. And as far as what Ryan Merck, please keep this clean. It's a family show, so we don't need that in the chat. And I'm not teleporting. I could have tried. That's true. I could have teleported. Once you get it going, just stay away from the shore and you shouldn't have any problems. It would be awesome if you could name vehicles in-game. I agree. Hey, did you guys notice what I did? Do you see the flags on the ferry? They've changed. They are no longer whatever country that was before. But they are actually, seeing as it's a US map, the flag actually is a US flag now. So if you can afford a barge early on, like I just did, now I can move 500,000 at a time to any of these factories along the water, any of their products that they take. So if I... Oh, perfect example. Do we need water in the first building? No, we need it over... That's true. Well, you know what we can do? We're going to grab some water and we're going to bring it over to the gold place, because we can. I need to pump the water, though. So let's get out over here. If we pull up to the dock and not hit it like I just did, we should be able to get out and pump some water somewhere. So here we are at Culligan. I got to get my water started. All right, let's pump the water, and you can see it's actually filling up the barge as I'm pumping it, because it's going down as fast as we're pumping. So that's good. We'll sit here for a little while, and I'll read chat. No, I did not restart the server building factories. This is my single player game. And thank you there, Tatura, Tater Tot. Tater Tot 9. Go to the little mods room and look what happens. And 808 Hawaii. 808, thank you for the follow. I'm just filling the barge up with water, so hang in there. It'll take a little while at 1,000 at a time, but it's getting there. Once we got a balance over here, we know that the barge is filled. Seeing as I'm heading down toward the gravel. Oh. Oh, it's autosave time. Is this map going to be out the 18th, or is the 12... Is the map going to be out the 18th? Is the 12 noon Eastern time? Yes and yes to both of those, Jason. We'll be releasing it on the 18th, and we'll be releasing it early in the broadcast and giving out the link throughout the broadcast so that if you're here early, you'll get a chance to get it real quick. But we want to be able to make sure everybody can get it. So we're going to also be broadcasting for 12 hours, giving away lots of prizes, and answering your questions. Hydroens, thank you for the follow as well. What do we got for followers today? Quite a few. Yeah, I could have pre-planned this whole water thing, but let's go to the barge now and see how we're filling up. We're getting there. You can see it's loading 100 at 1,000. I mean 1,000 at a time because I didn't prior filter the water. Has Dave's farmer been sampling the whiskey? Well, let's just put it this way. They wouldn't take any more at the store, so I finished off the rest myself. It will be 11 o'clock your time, but we'll be going for 12 hours, so hopefully most people can get in here. And if not, as always, we'll record the stream, all 12 hours of it, and it'll be on YouTube, and you'll be able to get the link also through our forums. Just get back to the channel here and click on it'll be on the bottom of this page as well, right below. I already have the icon saved there, the spot, PV Rivers icon. On the day of the release, that will have a link directly to where the files you need. There will be a couple folders. The first, on Tuesday or Thursday, the mod folder will be up here. But that's where we're going to store all the files. Right in that little picture icon down there, you'll be able to click and go there to get everything. No crashes like Viper. Viper and I are going to run a contest on that day. We'll both be streaming 12 hours, and we're going to keep track of who crashes the most. And the person that crashes the least wins a prize. I don't know. We'll work something out.
Yeah. Now you might win that one.
Exactly. I might win something for a change. I only create contests I win. So 50%, we don't have to wait for the whole thing, but we might as well. We're going that direction.
Question: did you ever make a offload trigger for the boat?
There's a sell point for the boat. Big
Okay.
Daddy still got this offload script he was working on for us. If we can, we'll get it into the barge, the ferry. But if not, you will be able to sell excess if they're buying. That's a big if. If you look in the list and go to, and actually they don't do water, I don't think, but all the factories, a lot of them take water anyway. The ferry station on the very bottom. Oh yeah, they do take water. Look at that, but you don't get any money for it. So, like right now, if I was overfilled with coal, it's not going to help much. I could sell. So you might have to wait a few days if you really mess it up. That's all. And if we can get the other fix in, that'll be even better. I think I might up the capacity at this. So if it is to a million, rather than the 300,000, I'll have to make a note of that as well. Ferry capacity sales to a million. That'll give you more room if it's low. Excuse me. I'm draining the water as fast as it's making it. Whoa, let's see. What does this say? At ban reason equals. Okay. Is that probably private stuff to me?
Oh, you probably got your ban notifications for the trolls.
Yes, 2 of them. No more trolls. As we get busier and closer, I'm expecting it. Oh, guys, that just happens. There's always some out there. And they just lost their ability to get in on $1,200 worth of prizes. That's just, because they couldn't control themselves. Oh boy, that was bad, I know. They need more self-control. I think I may change the mini game up to something totally weird for that day too. I'll have to think that out. We've been doing the wolf pack raid for quite a while now. It's time to switch it up a little bit.
You could do a mad chicken roundup for all them bird flu disease and stuff.
Oh yeah. Yep.
The chickens have gone crazy. Anybody that's farmed knows how much fun it is to catch chickens when they get loose.
That was weird. They must be just getting my troll jokes. Because I've got rim shot. That was worse than bad. Oh, it's funny with this delay. Almost full. Yay. Let's get out of this
You're going to
place.
sink that barge, Rich. You're going with all that water.
I've got a load. Let's see, which way does the barge go? Up the other way. Let me back. I'm sitting here and don't know which way the camera. All right, this way. Let's back it up though, because yeah, when you're driving the barge, you gotta kind of remember it's a barge, especially when it's full. You guys can't wait to try this out for the first time. It's an interesting thing. When you're full, you feel the water. It's like, okay, it's taking forever to gain speed, like it should,
Yeah,
And
it
it also
feels heavy.
It feels heavy, and when you take your foot off the gas, watch this. I'll take my foot off the gas in this boat and slam on the brake, and it'll still go backwards. See, I got my foot on the gas going forward, and it just takes a long time to switch over. That's just one of the things I really liked about it when I first tried it is the feel. It feels like it's not like you're driving a tractor on the water at all. It's like you're driving a boat. With 500,000 liters of water in it.
You see what KW put?
Let's see. I missed it, I think.
Change the mini game to download and server error.
Just exclamation point download and you can play the minigame. You received a server error. Lose 50,000 points.
Cruel.
Oh boy. No, there is no current in the water and it doesn't pull you, but it does,
It does seem like it does.
it does seem like it, but really there isn't. It's just the boat physics are incredible for a boat.
Yeah, that water you have in there, it definitely gives the illusion that you're being pulled in a direction.
Yep. Is there an airport in this map? WRT, no, there is not. Um, and if there were actually planes we could fly, there would have been. And if somebody comes out with planes that we can fly for FS15, I'll put an airport in. But it doesn't look like it's going to happen. And is course play on the barge? I have no idea if that's going to be possible with the physics on the barge. I really think it'll be more, probably there's a good chance that you'll be able to do the open sea travel once you get out there, let it, but I don't think you'll be able to do everything with the course play on the barge. He's twisted, KW, a little bit. The helicopter mod isn't actually one that you can fly, though. It's a map object that flies on its own, unfortunately. So one of the things you can do with the barge is you can fill up the water at the gold processing facilities, but also you can deliver when you're building the certain factories. Let's see, what do we have on the waterfront? Vodka and Sam Adams Brewery and Kellogg's and the bread factory are all on the waterfront and can move the sand and gravel in the barge, as well as there are silos along the waterway, so you can farm stuff and bring the grain right up to the warehouse and dump it off 500,000 at a time. And that's why we have these little silos on the waterfront. You fill the silo and then pull the boat up to the water side and it will load it up. I love the different views you get on this map too, like the train going on the hill just above there as I'm pulling down here. Pretty cool.
If they were paying attention, they got sight of one of those vehicles too.
Oh yeah, if they were paying attention, you could have found one of the find of vehicles. The only one I haven't found yet on the map. Let's see if I could pull this up here and offload some water. It's gonna be tricky because the barge is a pain in the butt when it's full. Come on, I got the trigger. Offload. It won't. It says hit Q to unload, and it wouldn't do it. Go figure that, huh? I'm probably not quite there. Let me turn it sideways like I'm trying to. It said it was offload. Look at the offload arm is trying. Let me swing it around here.
I've only ever offloaded it sideways, Dave.
There it goes. One of them's filling up with water. So if you think about this, yeah, we waited a little while to get the water into the thing, but 500,000 water, even with Viper trains, is 3 trips from there. And I just filled up one side of the plant completely in one water trip. And then I'll just park it over here by a silo, and then I'm going to fill up the silo with something to build my first factory. Sand, gravel, and if I park right here, we will be able to fill up that silo. Look at that, I actually got out on the stairs too. On this side we can fill it up with any of the gravel pit products, and then we can offload it'll load the boat automatically. I know I had a loader, but let me see where I put it. It's at the BGA. Alright, this might be the first. This is going to be a cheat. Sorry, I'm going to use the / teleport, I think. So, Viper, when do you broadcast tonight?
8 o'clock.
8 o'clock, alright. Good, because it's dinner time for me. We've been going
Yeah, I
for a
was
couple
getting ready
hours.
to.
And I am almost ready to exit stage left. If anybody has any further questions, I'd be glad to answer them. Otherwise, I'm going to be out of here pretty soon because my dinner is ready. And it's always better when it's warm, especially when it's burgers on the grill. Not exactly the best when they're cold.
Definitely.
But yeah, I enjoyed doing the Sunday show as well. And stay tuned. I think we're going to be back before Friday with just more playtime and talk time. And so I'm not going to plan it because there's a lot going on this time of year. But if I can, I'll jump on and we'll give you guys some more views of the farm during the week before we get to Friday, if I have time. Maybe even some of the last minute fixes on the map. Actually, as I'm checking out here, let me save the game. Make sure it's still saving. And I'll give you guys a little brief thing here on my desktop. I want to show you one last thing. I'll leave you with one last thing. And that is a program that has been running on my computer since last week that I tell you guys about all the time, but I'll show you what it actually does with the map maker. And you know what? I'm going to shut off my border because this program kind of gets a little bit... Can we do that? Can I do it? Where's my border? I don't know. That one? Yeah, that works. But this program is a program I've been telling you guys about that's called Duplicate Picture Finder, and this is what I have left. Just to give you an idea, it scans the computer. The search took 2 days, 5 hours, 47 minutes, and 30 seconds to run it, and this is the second time I ran it. Now, a lot of these don't look like they're not the same, but it searches for very like images, and I even skip all of these because they're all the normal maps. They all look the same. But here's where I get into. You notice I have 3 of the exact same image on the computer. So when I say that I have to optimize the rest of these pictures, I'm going to delete 2 of these and link everything back to the first one. And that means that I get rid of 2 at 170 kilobytes a piece. It'll make the file a little bit smaller. And I'm going to show you real quick as I scroll down here. I've got 3 of these lights and 3 of the night lights. We'll get them down to 1 apiece, 3 pipe textures. But if people don't optimize their maps and they just bring in a lot of mods from a lot of different people, they end up with multiple copies of the same graphic file which just aren't needed. So as we start to remove some of these, the file will shrink a little bit. We might get under 600 megabytes. And here's a perfect here's like there's 3 bronze. Sometimes like in the cements and stuff I'll say, oh, this material 3 looks very similar to the concrete floor, even though it's not the same, and I can relink them both to the same picture as well. But you can see in the marble specular file there's 1, 2, 3, 4 of those here, so we'll get that down to 1. And with those being 170 kilobytes each, it all adds up very quickly. The 4 more files that are the same right here. And I can scroll down and you guys will see that there's just several duplicate files still in the map, and this is what I'm working on right now. So there's really not a lot to show you, but I figured I'd give you a quick glimpse. This program is only like $24.95 for the full version, and you can use the trial on so many images. So if you don't have a huge map and you're working on it, you'll be able to do the trial and pull up quite a few and get rid of a lot of them. But definitely worth the purchase, because even though it sometimes pulls up images that aren't the same, the number of images that you will be able to get out of your map. Look at the concrete wall diffuse. There's 5 of the same exact picture at 341 kilobytes apiece. And you only need 1 in your map. You just have to do the relinking yourself, which is pulling up the map file itself. Now, I can give you an idea of how to do that. A little learning lesson today. Let's take something like the parkbenchdiffuse.dds file. I will copy the name here, and I will go into my rivers map and find the map i3d file, and I'll edit it in Notepad. We'll blow that up for you. Next thing I do is Control F, and then I paste in that file name, but remove the extension because sometimes they put them in here with .png. So what I do is I have to find Parkbench Diffuse. And as I go through, we've got Models, Buildings, Fairgrounds, Parkbench Diffuse right here. I'll copy the first one I find, and then I will paste it in each section where I find the other ones. And there it is again, same picture, and that should be the last one because there was 3. So now that these are linked to the same first file, I can remove the second 2. So the one I saved, which I should have, here, let me pull that back up again because it would help if I knew which one I can delete. We're keeping the flour mill one, objects, oh no wait, fairgrounds. There were 4. So we're going to keep the Parkbench Diffuse that's in the fairgrounds. One of them was probably linked already. And then save that file. And I got to do this for every image. So now that I go back to the little picture finder, I can click on these. That one is the one that was at the flour mill. This one's the one that's at the fairgrounds. So I want to click on this, and I can actually delete these files that I don't need. I don't know if I could delete them from here. I never usually do. But there you go. Delete that one. This one here can now be deleted because it's relinked. And this one here, that was the one that was in the cemetery. All the same file, they're all relinked just back to the first one that was the one in the fairgrounds. And there, three more images out of the map. So I'll leave you guys with that. That's the duplicate picture finder. If you're working on your own map, it's definitely a great tool for trimming down the file size and finding all those duplicate images. As you can see, they go on forever, duplicates. Look at the number of duplicates on some of these files. It's your cube map rough. How many? It's a small file, but how many do you need? Just one. You don't need 3, 6, 9, 12, 13, 14, 17, 18 of the same. One's very small, but 18 copies of one file will be brought down to just one. So I still got quite a few to go, as you can see, and that's what's going to be finished up this week. And some of them will stay, others will go. I know which ones I have to leave there. But that is the duplicate picture finder step. Any last questions? And I don't think so. I think everybody's done. But thanks for watching again. As always, I enjoyed myself. Thank you again to all the donators. Join us Friday for a link for the software. Duplicate pic. Yeah, it would be great if I got you a link. Let me see if I can find one real here quick. Don't log into my PayPal account. I've had it for so long. Let me make sure I got the right one. Let's see. Actually, it's probably built into the software, wouldn't it be? Help about. Here it is. Let me pull it up. And I'll link it to you. Where the heck is it? It's in here under the duplicate picture finder.
Human beings want to connect. And companies like Qualcomm are scaling the infrastructure with small cells
Here
to
you guys
expand
go
capacity.
for a link. There you go. So that's, if you're interested in grabbing that up, try the free trial. It really helps you cut down on your map size.
Creating 5G.
Thanks everyone for coming in and watching. And we will catch you all a little bit later in the week. And thanks for KW for moderating as usual, and Bacon Warrior and Hunter Farmer and Viper for listening in and making sure I'm not too far out of line.
Whatever you're doing, you're stuttering big time. You're lagging.
It should clear up.
Your voice.
Is it
Okay, now it is.
Yeah, the web page jumped in with sound when I got that link, messing things up. But thanks again, everybody, and we will catch you all on. Yeah, thanks for that. We put KW to work today. He actually had to clean up a couple of spills. We'll catch you all a little bit later in the week. Thanks again.